Hello, ISNR followers. If we haven't met yet, my name is Noelle Ford. I am the Conference Planning Committee Chairperson for the 34th Annual ISNR Conference held in Las Vegas, Nevada, August 13th to the 16th, with pre-conference workshops happening August 10th to the 12th. We are very excited about this year's conference, and I wanted to make this short tutorial video to help you understand the continuing education credit options for this conference because it is a little bit confusing. The first thing I'd like to do is point you to the website. ISNRconference.org is going to have all the details that I go over in this video today. And then also, if you need to reach out to us, chair@isnr.org is the best way to get a hold of me. As usual, the conference program is a stellar lineup of experts from around the world, sharing their latest research and providing training opportunities for attendees, both on-site and virtually. The annual conference will offer APA accredited CE sessions, along with the newly developed ISNR Neuroregulation Continuing Education Program. This newly designed program is a professionally recognized pathway for anyone seeking to advance their knowledge and fulfill their continuing education requirements. For ease of reference, we're calling these ISNR CEs. Before I show you how to sign up for the CEs, how to modify your registration, and talk about how to get your certificate afterwards, I want to talk a little bit about the benefits of this new ISNR program. ISNR accreditation ensures that every CE meets strict criteria, just like the APA credits. These credits are developed from peer-reviewed contemporary research, reviewed and approved by the Education and Accreditation Committee for relevance, accuracy, and educational integrity. Also, they're presented by qualified practitioners and researchers from around the world with demonstrated domain expertise. The biggest benefit of the ISNR CEs for our attendees this year is that you are going to be able to access those recorded sessions for 60 days after the conference and earn those ISNR CEs. This is not true for APA. If you need APA CE credits, you are going to have to watch those sessions live as they are happening, either virtually over Zoom or on site. And then you'll only be able to earn the number of sessions that you can watch live, which really reduces that number. For example, the number of morning sessions that are included with your standard conference registration is only 12 for the APA credits, where for the ISNR credits, it's going to be 20, just as an example. This is all on the website. So if you forget or you need to reference that, please go to isnrconference.org. There's a tab at the top that says continuing education. That's going to have all the details. Now, as we jump into this, I just want to make sure that we're very clear about one distinction: licensure. If you need CE credits for your licensure, you're probably going to want to register for the APA CE credits. The ISNR CE credits are going to be more helpful for the certification, first time or recertification for BCIA or IQCB. Now, let's jump into it. Okay, now you can see my screen here. If you go to isnrconference.org, that is going to be where you register for the conference and also where you're going to be able to modify your registration. So that modify registration button is going to be under most of the register here buttons, and you would just click on that and it's going to ask you for your name and your confirmation for your registration. If you are just now registering, you just go to register here. And when you are modifying or when you are registering for the first time, you are going to select your CE package, whether it's APA or ISNR CEs, under the optional items page of your registration. It should be your fourth page. Now, if you don't need CEs, none of this is relevant to you. I'm just giving this option for those that want CEs for the conference. Now, if you go to continuing education, you are going to see all of the information that I have already stated in this video here for reference at a later point. And what you'll find is a button that says learn more about the ISNR education program. So if you want to get the ISNR CEs, what you will do is you will click on that button and you will go over here to sign up. We are going to go, you're going to add your email and then, okay. Oh. Perfect. You're going to add your information. We're going to save that. I'm going to go to my email to verify that. You guys, this page is you're going to click here and verify. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and add that there. So now when I land here, you'll see I got a new badge because that's a newbie badge, which is great. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to our coming soon at the top here. You're going to enroll. This is going to give you access to take the surveys for all of the ISNR CE credits. None of this is relevant for the APA. Okay, so we're going to focus just on the ISNR program because it's new for this moment. When you click enroll, you'll see that there is a charge of $125. I am going to be emailing out a discount code for all the people that purchase when they register. And you'll enter that discount code and hit redeem, and then it will take the amount down to 0. Once you do that, you're going to go buy. Again, you'll purchase your CEs not actually through this page. You'll purchase it through the conference. You can of course pay here too, but just for tracking purposes, it's probably best to do it in the conference. Now, if we go to start learning, what you'll see are all these different courses. Now, right now, most of these courses are closed. We've only opened up a few so that we could just demo this for you today. Where you're going to actually watch the session itself is going to be our attendee website. So this site is where you will go to actually access the session. And we're going to go to our email and get my verification code. And that verification that page is going to look like this. It's an auto-generated email and text that should send you as soon as you hit verify, and then you can just copy and paste. Fun fact, on most cell phones, if you just wait for a second, it'll auto-populate. You don't have to actually enter it. Perfect. So this is going to be our attendee website. Now, again, here, everything is pretty closed down right now. But once you have the session, which you can purchase or you can add these things here, there's a join session button that will become active once the sessions have started. And then afterwards, it'll be a view the video link. So if you are doing the ISNR CEs and after the conference, you go back to watch a session that you did not watch when it was happening at the conference, that attendee website is going to be where you view the video. And also during that video, that is where you'll get the code that you will have to have in order to get your certificate. I hope that that makes sense. So if we go here, I'm just going to take you through this. Let's say that I went to the attendee website and I went ahead and I watched our keynote session, Dr. Arns, and I went in here and I said, okay, so now I have watched this. I am going to enter my code. I need to complete our survey. So the first thing is complete the survey here. I just, for example's sake, I'm going to go through and we're going to mark all of this 5s. I encourage you to take your time and mark it accurately, of course. And then you're going to submit. That's going to say thank you for your response. And then you're going to go back over here to neuroregulation continuing education certificate. And then this is where you're going to enter the code that is from the session over here in the attendee website where the video actually was played. That is our best way to lock it down and make sure that you're actually watching the content. And so with this one, we are going to enter the demo code and go ahead and hit the button there. We're going to say no thanks. And now I'm going to enter my name as I would like it on my certificate. And you must click this button. I attest that I have completed the required continuing education hours in its entirety and that all information provided is true and accurate. Then you're going to claim your certificate. You're going to say download certificate, and then it will save to your downloads or wherever it goes on your computer. And what's nice is we have this labeled. So the file is actually going to be called what the session was, which is nice for your tracking. For the ISNR CEs, you're going to have 1 certificate per session. We'll show you the APA process in a bit, but for now, that is it. And this is what you're going to keep on your computer, and this is what you'll give to the certification boards when you're finished. Okay, now, before I move on to the APA process, I want to just make sure that we're clear on that APA versus ISNR CEs. So APA CEs should be registered for by anybody who wants to make sure that they are getting those CEs, so a licensure board. And ISNR CEs are more about certifications. APA CE credits must be watched live while they're happening, either online or virtual or in person in Las Vegas. And then the ISNR CEs can actually be watched for 60 days after the conference in order to really maximize those CE credits. All right. So with that in mind, let's move on. Oh, one more thing before I do move on is that right now, anybody who has purchased, I will be sending out the discount code that I showed you for isnreducation.org. And I will be giving that code to you, and you can go ahead and set up your account and get it all ready to roll before the conference even starts. So everything that you saw me do on this video, with the exception of taking the survey, is going to be open and an option now. Once the sessions start happening, they'll become active, and then you'll be able to take the surveys, but you won't be able to take those surveys until the conference is actually happening, because you have to watch the content before you can get the certification. So hope that makes sense. And now we're going to move on to the APA process for CEs. All right, now we're going to talk about APA CE credit and how to get those certificates. So with that, it's going to be exactly like it was last year if you got the CE credits last year. But just to start from the beginning, we're going to go to isnrconference.org. You're going to land on this general information page, and then you're going to go over to virtual conference access. On this virtual conference access, you will see the attendee website, as well as links to download the app. I will have a different tutorial video on all the ins and outs of both of these, but for right now, I'm just going to show you how to get to the survey in the attendee website. Now, right now, really nothing is active in the attendee website because the sessions are not live. But if you go to your schedule to all sessions, right now, I've only made the poster session specific to having a survey open for this demo. But this is also a nice opportunity to show you for the poster sessions, as well as the sessions when they have materials included, like slides or handouts. You're going to find those in the resources over here on the right. When you're on the app, I believe it's at the bottom of the session, but you can check out that other tutorial for the app specifically. So if you want to check out people's posters that they've already uploaded, you can do that here. You can download them. But in order to take your survey, now this survey is just a demo, but just to give you an idea, you're going to click on Take Survey, and it is going to tell you about who is in the session. You don't have to type your name, but you sure can. And then you're going to put, I just copied a different survey here. So you're going to answer the ones that have a red asterisk on them. And then we're just going to put all of this. Just for demo's sake, I'm just completing all the information here. And well, sure. No, I will actually make those so that they're not required. I don't know why all those are required, but, and then when you click done, your survey will be completed, and you'll see that there. Now, this gives you the view of if you were just to take that survey from this particular session. However, if you are going to the whole landing page for surveys, it's going to look a lot more like this. So right now you can only see the Sip and Social and Discover poster session one, but once the conference gets going, you're going to see a whole list of surveys. There's one survey pretty much for every single session because we are interested in feedback about the session. Now, if you forget this and you are not sure how to access the attendee website, even though it is at isnrconference.org, after the sessions happen, after each day of the conference, you're going to get an email that looks something like this. You can either scan the QR code, or you can go click here to respond, and then that's going to take you to that primary page with all of the surveys. Again, this process is only specific to the APA CE credits. This is not how you're going to download the certificate for ISNR CEs. Once you have done all this, then you're going to go back to that email and you can click on download certificate. It's going to download that to wherever your items download, and then it is going to look like this. Now, the CE, the poster session doesn't have any CE credits attached to it, so you don't see anything on my certificate here, but for the APA CEs, you're going to get one certificate that looks just like this that's on your screen right now, and it will have a table that lists the session and the total number of credits for that session, and then the total number for the whole conference. So that is how you are going to access the sessions to get the code that you will enter in when you're checking into the app, and then also how you're going to get that APA certificate. Of course, if you have any questions, please let me know at chair@isnr.org. You can reach out and we will be happy to help, but hopefully this video answers a lot of questions. Thanks so much.